Job Seeking and Working with Young People. Mental Health by Natalie Rinehart. Trying to find your first job as a young person has often been a hard task. In days gone by, it was who your parents knew, or taking around your CV to the local shops. These days, it's much more complicated. Some are massive systems online for a big supermarket, Kmart, Rebel Sports, Bunnings, or the like. You go through multiple processes rather than just handing in a resume, so you end up slicing and dicing your information. For example, for Bunnings, there is an online chat for 20 minutes, then a personality profile survey, a video interview, and so on. So many hoops and so many places where you can slip up, because it's a world you don't yet understand. Even for more straightforward online jobs, such as those found on Seek. There are applications where they want your resume and other ones where you are just directed to a different website to answer questions. In many cases, it's identified that you won't be contacted unless you are shortlisted. So a young person may see and apply for a job they really want and then wait and wait and wait. Nothing. They ask me,
how long do I wait after I apply for a job before I guess I'm not in the running?
It's ridiculously hard to answer, as some places just like having a stash of applications on hand when they might want someone. A role may not even be available right at this moment to apply for. There is also a low tolerance in workplaces for training young people who don't already have experience. How on earth do we expect young people to get experience if no one will give them their first job? I've been asking some of my clients about these things before writing this column. One smart young guy currently looking for work said,
"It's actually better to train me up fresh, because then I will do it exactly the way they want it, not a habit from my last job."
When a young person finally lands their first job, there is excitement. Finally, some money that they can spend on things they want, a sense of independence and achievement, a real coming of age. It does wonders for their self-esteem. Of course, there are complaints around early starts or late finishes, but didn't we all do that when we started? Gosh, some days I still do now. Clients come in and tell or show me the awesome things they have bought or are saving up for. I've seen cameras, makeup kits, killer shoes, and even a dirt bike. They are talking about saving for holidays they would like to take after high school, buying a car, and some even starting to save for a house deposit. Several complain about spending too much money on food or drink and a lack of saving skills. But all of that is an opportunity to learn money management. Then winter comes. Yes, sounds a little like Game of Thrones. And many businesses have a downturn in their profits. Young people, often casuals, are the first to go. Frequently with little explanation, sometimes week after week of logging their availability on an app to find no shifts are offered to them. The lack of common courtesy and respect offered to young people in these times blows my mind. There is a real narrative amongst those who run many businesses that young people are irresponsible, disrespectful, lack loyalty, and won't go the extra mile. However, when we look at how many businesses treat young people, do we ever ask what we have done to breed those attributes? When they struggle to get an acknowledgement that their application is received, if their application has been rejected, on hold, or moving into an interview process. When they're spurned for not immediately jumping on a shift when requested at the last minute by a manager because they already have plans with their sports team, family, or friends. When they're dropped from shifts with little explanation or even an indication of whether they may get offered more work in a few months. How can we expect our young people to play our grown-ups game when we show them so little respect? It's nonsensical. It just broadens the us versus them narrative. What do we need to do differently? It's very simple. Communicate. Sending out a rejection or on-hold email isn't hard and can easily be automated. If a young person has taken the time to apply, either online or in person, you can take a minute to respond. Let young people move on if they have been unsuccessful. Be clear about what the expectations are around shifts and how that can vary throughout the year. Answer their questions when they are confused. Give feedback about their strengths and where they can improve. To create loyalty, you need to show loyalty, understanding, and kindness. As my client said,
"This is an opportunity to train me the way you would like things done if you just take the time."
I know I am personally a fan of working with young people for a range of reasons. Passion, ideas, humour, and openness to different points of view are some of the many ways I enjoy their company. If you can approach young people fairly and as the individuals that they are, you will likely have a loyal employee for a long time to come. Until next time, folks. Natalie Rinehart is a young person and family counsellor/life coach and author. Visit youthlifecoach.com.au or email at youthlifecoach@healthpriorities.com.au or on phone 0425 735 106 to contact her.